Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got two replays for you, one in the M46 Patton and one in the M48 Patton. We're going to do an on-track overview basically of the upcoming on-tracks event, which will be for the M48 Patton. So basically what will happen is you will get the whole line, you'll be able to get extra XP when you play these tank lines. So you'll also be able to purchase these at 30% off of their original price. So it's essentially what on-track event is, and obviously in the next couple of weeks it will be showcasing the M48. So just looking at the M46 Patton to begin with, we can see it's got top speed of 52 kilometers an hour with reverse speed of 22 kilometers an hour. It's got 1700 hit points. You've got 356 meters concealment when you're still, moving, sorry, still is 329, with a view range of 525 meters. The gun you've got on it, the top gun is 105 millimeters, and all these stats are with obviously equipment and perks that I've put on so far. So your reload time is 7.29 seconds. You've got 10 degrees of gun depression. You've got 0.30 meter accuracy. You've got aim time of 1.84. Your shell types are APCR on standard and heat on your premium. And you'll do 268 on your standard with 330 millimeter pen on your heat rounds. And looking at the armor, basically, this is essentially most of your armor is at sort of the turret. There's a little bit on the upper plate, but I wouldn't rely on that too much. You can play this hull down, but just bear in mind, the cupola can get penned. It's not as big as some of the cupolas you see on American tanks, but yeah, it can still get hit. Essentially, you've also got your fuel tank and engine at the rear, with your ammunition on the floor pan, sort of left right side of sort of the front of the tank, basically, middle to front. Equipment wise, I run traction system, optics and gun rammer, and on the perks I run the usual. So start off with Born Leader, rapid reload, sixth sense, steady aim, snapshot, run and gun, camouflage expertise, track mechanic and situational awareness. So I've gone with a bit of a mixture of sort of the gun perks, as well as a sort of little bit of camo. I put track mechanic in there as well, just in case obviously I get tracked when sort of playing a bit hull down. So we're going to look at the M46 first, before we move on to the M48. For me, this, the whole line is quite a decent grind, to be fair. I would definitely say it is one for beginners. People that are just sort of started playing the game, that are sort of interested in doing a grind that's relatively friendly to beginners. I would say that the Patton grind is definitely up there, and you also get to play sort of the Sherman variants as well. So if you're sort of into your World War II tanks and a bit of realism, then you get to sort of play those tanks, which is good. They're not too bad in themselves. You sort of get to play the EZ8 and sort of tanks like that, and then you've sort of got the I think it's the T20 you go on to, which isn't a bad tank. And then obviously the Pershing, which is quite, that's a fairly decent tank at tier 8. So like I say, the whole grind is fairly decent and not bad going, really. So playing the tier 9, the M46, which I personally think is definitely one of the best tier 9 mediums in the game. I wouldn't say it's the best. I think the tier 9 mediums, you can't really call it on which one is the best. There is quite a few, I think. But you can put this up there, I think, with the PTA, the Leopard PTA, and the CS59. There are a couple that I can think of to hand that are some of the best tier 9. So yeah, this is definitely up there, you know, and this is a favourite with most players, to be fair, because it's just good all round. I mean, like I say, you've got a bit of turret armour that you can sort of depend on. You've got a good reload, you know, so good DPM on this. You know, you do put in some nice damage as well. So yeah, it's in effect, it just feels good all round, to be fair. You know, the mobility is quite decent on it. Camo's okay, but you know, not as stealthy as some. Like I say, you know, it's not as stealthy as the PTA. Your view range is exceptional on this tank, so you know, it's good to, I'd say, where you can, if you can sort of get up, particularly in games where you've got no light tank. This is one that can, you know, you can count on this to sort of get your assist basically, and get you a little bit of spine. So on to the gameplay. We're on Malinovka here, and we've come directly up to the hill. Most of our team have come with us as well, so which is quite good. I always think the hill is quite important to take on Malinovka. The hill more so than the lake, I think, in my opinion, because if you've got the hill, you can defend it better than if you're on sort of the low ground. You know, it's going to be very hard to sort of get shots onto tanks that are on the hill. You know, it's one of those where the high ground kind of always wins. And we've done alright. We've managed to sort of get shots off into, you know, sort of Carnarvon there that we've been able to sort of get a lot of shots into. Didn't manage to get the kill, but you know, we did manage to put, you know, sort of plenty of damage in. You can see there our view range coming into effect there, and we picked up quite a bit of assistance on that defender that we kept lit. We're already at 2.7k damage here with 1,000 assist. To be fair, I think, you know, that's sort of half track assist and half spot and assist, but you know, plenty of assist all the same. And we're sort of just thinking, you know what, we're clearing this side out now, and you know, we've sort of got the momentum on this side. I'm going to try and shut down this Jag Tiger, but unfortunately he just gets taken out before we can get our shot in. I feel like the game's kind of running away a little bit now. The majority of the tanks are on our side. The Yahtzee gets spotted up in the open there. We snap a shot into him. Surprised that even penned, to be fair. That's another thing, got good shell velocity obviously with the APCR rounds. So again, that comes in handy. You know, and damage wise, you're sort of doing around 300, you know, 300, 350 a shot. Which is some nice damage there. You know, some good alpha for a medium tank, particularly a tier 9 with the reload that we've got. And yeah, now we're just going to push on. We're going to just try and get in front and see if we can sort of pick up a lot of assist. I thought RT was going to be around here, but I think RT's obviously sort of pulled back. We've just spotted the KV3 there, and also the, I think, what was it, Challenger about there? Yeah, Challenger. Yeah, I think it's Challenger. So we spotted these guys up and kind of hoping that our team can sort of get some shots in. Now artillery is looking at us. Our artillery takes out the enemy waffle, so that's one dangerous tank we don't have to worry about. KV3 poked up there and got completely annihilated, so we've taken him out, and there's only 3 tanks left now, and there's just this Challenger, which luckily we get a shot into. Fortunately our driving, we get caught up on that dead tank there. But I'm sort of confident to get a shot in on this Challenger, which I do. Take a shot off the M43 M55 there, but luckily we didn't take too much damage, and we return the favour by killing him off and picking up our second kill of the game. And yeah, that just sort of finishes the game off basically. We get just under 4.6k damage, we got 2 kills, we got 2,000 assist, and yeah, we picked up, I think we just picked up the first class medal. We'll see in a minute when it goes over. Yeah, picked up the first class, the high caliber, and yeah, had a sort of quite a good game there on Malinovka with the M46. So that was the M46. Now we're on to the M48, and we're going to see it's got 45 kilometers top forward speed with 20 kilometers reverse, 2,000 hit points. It has 335 meters concealment still, and a view range of 537 meters. Sorry. The gun is 105 mil. Same as the M46 Patton, just a few sort of different things. It's got 9 degrees of gun depression. It's got 6-second reload, 0.28 accuracy with 1.75 aim time. Again, you've got APCR as your standard rounds with heat as your premium. You've got 268 on your penetration of your standard with 330 on your heat rounds. Your armor damage, you're doing 390 a shot. And then your shell velocity is 1400 in your standard with just over 1100 on your premium rounds. So again, looking at the armor, you can see the turret is where most of the armor is at. The only thing I'd say with the M48 is if you do sort of tweak the turret to the side, chances are, you know, people are going to be able to sort of pen you. I don't know. I just think it's not. I wouldn't rely too much on the turret. It you know, looks can be deceiving here. It's, you know, it says it's got great armor turret armor, but don't be fooled. You can get penned sometimes, especially with the high penetration tanks. So you can see the engine and the fuel tanks in the back there as standard. The ammo racks are sort of dotted at various places on the sort of front, left and right of the tank, and then sort of on the left hand side of the tank and the rear left of the turret. So the equipment I run on this, I run vert stabs, gun rammer and optics. You could opt to drop the vert stabs and run traction system on this. In fact, you know, the mobility is okay, but it's a bit sluggish, so that might be a good thing to drop because the accuracy is actually really good. Perks wise, we run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, 6th Sense, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Silent Driving, Camouflage Expertise, Run and Gun and Snapshot. So again, a mixture of sort of camouflage perks and some gun perks. So we're on Siegfried line here, and we are sort of in a mixed matchmaker of sort of, you know, mainly 10s and 8s with a few 9s chucked in there. Now, yeah, I'm just sort of going to go, I was sort of looking at the map thinking there's a lot of TDs, there's only one light tank and the rest are just sort of heavies and mediums, so I need to be careful because obviously I don't want to sort of go too aggressive and get caught out by all the TDs that I would assume are going to be camping the other side, similar to what we are, along that ridge on the 6 line there at the top. Our medium tank has gone out on the left there. I think it might be a batch out, I'm not sure. It looks like it's lit up. That's Centurion. Now the light tank gets lit up. We tried getting a shot into Centurion there, but for some weird reason it bounced aside and probably just caught his turret. But we do get a shot into the side there. Someone did shoot us. It might have been a Centurion actually and damaged our gun. But we get that repaired. Now, I quite like the M48, but like I say, I think the biggest downside for me is it is a bit sluggish, and let's say the turret armour, it can bounce stuff, but at the same time you have got quite a big cupola which can get penned quite easily. So yeah, it's just, it's not one I would sort of rely on to play sort of hold down all the time. I think, you know, you can play obviously the ridges at the front, but you have to sort of just be careful. You're quite a large target, so perhaps just sort of make sure you're just sort of playing peekaboo rather than sort of sitting up. The gun's quite accurate, so you know you can play peekaboo and sort of snap your shots in, and 9 times out of 10, you know, they should hit their target. But yeah, the mobility, it's, like I say, it's okay, but it's not as quick as, say, like, you know, you got T95 E6, which is really quick. You've then got the 120mm variant and the M60, which are really quick tanks. This just feels just a bit on sort of the, you know, tad sluggish. But yeah, so on to the gameplay. We've got a shot into that Conqueror. However, he's sort of poking back there. We're just sort of keeping, we're using this dead wreck as cover and we're just sort of poking backwards and forwards, trying to see if we can sneak a shot into his conquer here. Unfortunately, he manages to get a shot into us, and I'm sort of, yeah, I don't know why I keep doing it, but I keep sort of popping out and trying to get shots. Now we see his terrain crossing, so I'm going to keep an eye, and I'm going to make sure I get a shot into that guy. I'm going to sort of focus my attention onto his terrain now. He's now looking at us, so we're just sort of dodging in and out. Managed to get another shot into him, putting him on a one shot now, and I'm just going to sort of just weave in and out. He takes a shot and he hits the dead wreck, and we finish him off. So we bided our time with that shot. We didn't want to take a shot off the terrain because that would have really hurt. And you know, that sort of would have really dropped the hit points there. We then poke out to try and see if we get a shot into the Conqueror. I thought he might have turned to his side to face those tanks that were sort of next to him, but I think he's sort of buried sort of quite in where our team can't get to him, so he can just sort of fully focus his attention on me without worrying about getting punished, which is quite annoying. We do get a shot into the waffle though as he tries to cross, and then he gets shut down by a Type 5. I think I'm still trying to see if I can poke and get a shot into this Super Conqueror. I'm sort of thinking he's going to be distracted here, but no, he's still there. He's still looking this way, and yeah, I'm just sort of thinking, do you know what? I think I'm going to get a shot on this guy. Tried getting a shot into that Charioteer. Now I've completely been unaware that this AMX 5100 has just sort of taken a spot in front of me there. So I was sort of concentrating on the Charioteer and not realising that this 5100 has just come up and gets a shot into us. Puts us just under half health. So, you know, not great, not terrible. I mean, we can, you know, take a few more hits if need be. But we need to be careful with these tank destroyers. Now we're going to move around here and snap a shot into that Conqueror that's now made his way over to where I was. I'm assuming he thought, oh, he's moved, I can sort of push up and potentially catch him off guard, but yeah, that didn't really work out for him. Keeping an eye on this 5100 now, trying to see if I can get shots into him. I'm just biding my time. Conqueror gets taken out by the Tyran there, so I don't have to worry about the Conqueror sneaking up behind me and getting shots into me. Kind of figured that I was going to be fine here. I didn't have to worry about him because as soon as he poked, I knew he was going to get taken out by one of the TVs that was out in the field. I've got plenty of cover from the field, so yeah, I kind of wasn't really too worried about my that side. However, we did get a shot come in, and this cheeky SU-130 thought he could try and get a shot into the rear of me. Unfortunately for him, that wasn't to be, and he gets shut down. We did load the HE, but 2685 in the field managed to see him and get a shot into him. I'm thinking about just taking out his AAT, but I see this machine pointing his sort of side of his turret to us, so I was going to try and see if we get a shot into him. He's now backing off, so I'm going to take that opportunity to try and get rid of this AAT, which I do, getting rid of a dangerous tank destroyer there. And now I'm sort of ducking just underneath the ridge again, and I'm going to start getting shots into this machine. There's only 2 tanks left, so I need to take this opportunity while he's distracted, tracking him in place. And now I'm going to try and see if I can get some more shots into him before he gets shut down. Trying to see if I can potentially get the kill here, and there we go, we do. We pick up the kill there, bringing us 3 kills in the end. And there we go, picking up the victory as well. And we come top of the board with 3 kills. We've got 4.4k damage, and we've got 1900 assists there. So yeah, a bit of blocked as well. It was an average game, to be fair. I've certainly had better games in it. I only got 2nd class, but I just sort of wanted to get this video out just to sort of show you basically, you know, what the M48 was about. So yeah, there we go, guys. That's the M46 Patton and the M48. Like I say, thoroughly recommend the line for, you know, any new players, and even players that haven't got the Patton, you know, they've just not got round to doing the grind. Definitely recommend it. It's you know, it's fairly straightforward and easy. You know, there's not many, you know, not really any tanks in that grind that are going to be a complete pain. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.